Okay, it's time for today's CSS battle. Let's see what we've got. Okay. I think we can do this with conic gradient and then one extra bit in the middle. So first off, actually, let's use the nested template. Let's set this background to yellow. Then for now, we'll set this background to that blue. We'll give it some margins. So what? Whoop. We'll try spelling margin correctly. 60 and 100 maybe. We'll hit diff just so that we can about 50. 50 and 100 looks about right. Okay. Now for this background, let's make a conic gradient. We're going to want it at this distance in. So we call that 120, we call that 160, we call that 40 pixels. 40 pixels, and then we do this distance, 130, 170, so that's 40 pixels. Now then we do 25% of yellow, which we can actually use transparent for, which will be slightly shorter than yellow, and then we will do 75% blue. We'll have a colour stop there. Right, now what have we got? Yeah. Now we're going to shift that in by 20 pixels. And then we're going to shift it down by 80 pixels maybe. And then we're going to make it, so we'll call that 90, 170, so we'll make it 80 pixels high, but how wide do we need it to be? 160 to 280, so 120 pixels wide, 80 pixels tall, and that gets us everything but the square in the middle. Now for the square in the middle, we're just going to use a single value linear gradient of this blue. Are we going to do that? Is this going to be quicker than the linear gradient? Probably. We're going to offset it by 80. By the time we've got no repeating, this might actually be better as a conic gradient. So if we just do a conic gradient at 40 pixels, then we can do transparent for 75%, and then the blue. Now we'll put that there. Now we want to shift that 100 pixels across, maybe? No, too far. How about 80? 80 looks about right. And shift it down by what, 80 as well? And that looks about right. And that should be a 100% match. Let's hit the button and see. And that is indeed a 100% match. Let's deminify, unit replace, and get rid of that. There we go, 175 characters isn't bad. Could we shave some more off? Now then, 40 pixels. If I remember rightly, it does it by width, so the width would be 200, so 40 times 5, so 20% maybe? If I do 20% and 20%, does that work? Yes, it does, and that gets rid of that. Saves us a whole another character. We'll do the same here. 20%, 20%. Ooh, that does not work there. Ah, yes, because we have a restriction on the size then. Oh, bollocks. What is this, 30%? I just leave it at 30% there. How far out are we? Not a lot. 31, 32, 33. Can we actually get away with that? We might be able to get away with that. Now if we hit submit, what do we get? Ooh, 99.9. It's because that'll be 33.3. Give that another go. That would get us to 100%. Do we save anything by doing that? I think we do, actually. I can't use percentages there, or can I? What if we tried 20% there? How about 25? No. Let's stick with 5 PC. PC. Oh, we don't. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay. Okay. 168 characters. Not bad. Not bad. I can't see a way of getting it any shorter at the moment, so that's where we're going to leave the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.